The College Now Resource Center is here to help adult learners and traditional students achieve their educational goals. 65% of open jobs in Ohio require higher education, but only 39% of adults have at least an associate's degree.
I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to get there. College Now opened so many doors for me and helped me through the process.
College Now provides free counseling on college planning, career training, financial aid, and student loan consolidation. It's never too late to take control of your future, so stop into the College Now Resource Center today.
The 6th Annual Cleveland Asian Festival is coming this May 16th and 17th. Come join us from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. both days for authentic Asian cuisine, traditional Asian performances including a dragon dance and a lion dance, martial arts demos, various children's activities, and contests. There will also be a health pavilion. The festival will feature a traditional Asian fashion show as well as cosplay. The 6th Annual Cleveland Asian Festival, May 16th and 17th at Asia Plaza and East 27th Street.
Thanks for tuning in to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. I'm Leah Haslidge. 5 years ago, First Lady Michelle Obama launched the Let's Move campaign as a way to help raise a generation of healthier kids. To celebrate the 5th anniversary of Let's Move, the First Lady is challenging everyone to give me 5, showing ways to be healthier and more active. Our very own Ward 15 Councilman Matt Zone was served the challenge, and here's his Gimme 5.
Hello everybody. It's a beautiful spring day in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's also the 5th anniversary of First Lady Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign. My name is Matt Zone, and I'm a council member from Cleveland, Ohio, and the 2nd Vice President of the National League of Cities. I'm going to give you 5 exercises that I work out in my daily routine to keep me fit and trim. Here's my 5 Give Me 5 challenge. What a workout. Now I'm going to challenge 5 of my colleagues from across America to do the Gimme 5 challenge. I'm calling out Councilmember Joe Buscaino, Councilmember Mike Sesma, Alderman Joe Moore, Councilmember Jermaine Reed, and Mayor Mary Hammonds Rowland to do the Gimme 5 challenge.
To learn more about the Let's Move and Gimme 5 campaign, log on to letsmove.gov. Since 2008, Northeast Ohio has received more than 2,500 refugees, most from areas of conflict across the world, including Africa and the Middle East. Approximately 500 refugees arrive in Cleveland annually, and these men and women now have a new place to call home in Ohio City neighborhood. Mayor Frank Jackson was joined by other city leaders for the West 45th Street Refugee House ribbon-cutting ceremony.
This innovative approach in how we leverage public dollars and organizations who want to do preservation of not only properties, but a preservation of those property in an affordable way is really significant. And is the kind of approach that really makes Cleveland neighborhoods so unique.
They say it is the journey and not the destination that matters. I say that from the beginning when Councilman Simperman approached us on this project, to looking to it as an opportunity to add rental housing to our land trust program, to our board's commitment to stable housing in all communities that is affordable, including rental, to great contractors who did the work, to working well with the city, to standing here waiting for the culmination of great partnerships. It has been a rewarding journey.
Ward 3 Councilman Joe Simperman was at the unveiling and expressed his gratitude and hopes for this new installment.
This property will welcome people who are as deeply Cleveland as people who are here for 4 generations, they just don't know it yet. And whether they're coming from West Virginia and the faraway land of Appalachia, or they're coming from the lands of Rwanda or the Congo, or they're coming here from Donetsk or places further east and west, there is no more perfect home for them than Ohio City, because there's nothing we do better than welcome the stranger and give comfort to they who are in need.
For additional information on how to get involved with refugee services in our area, you can visit rscleveland.org. The City of Cleveland recently implemented the local resurfacing program, and changes are now underway on East 123rd Street surrounding the Buckeye area. The program has also tackled potholes in our community, which is an ongoing effort. Chief Operating Officer for the city, Darnell Brown, discussed this new phase and its importance.
What you need to know is this program is a little bit different. Usually we would go to each council person, give them a list of streets to pick from. This year we actually did an inventory of all of the worst streets in the city of Cleveland, did the 5% worst, and then we'd rank them worst to first. And so we're hitting all of the worst streets in the city of Cleveland.
Chief Brown also spoke about what the future plans are for this project.
We've done the worst first for what we have funding for this year. Next year we'll be going worst first based on where we've left off, and after we have done basically another look at our program in terms of the evaluation of all pavements in the city of Cleveland. So we're spending $500,000 to evaluate every street in the city of Cleveland, so that as we prioritize worst first, again, it's more current in terms of what the program tells us in terms of local resurfacing.
Another fire station has been restored in the city of Cleveland. Mayor Frank Jackson was joined by other city council and community members for the fire station number 36 groundbreaking ceremony.
This fire station has many different symbols associated with it. I can remember some years ago where Councilman Reed had raised the issue about the condition of Station 36, and our people was aware of it, and we knew then that we had to do something about it. But as government works, it took us a while to bring together the money necessary and to agree on the site in order to do the construction.
This particular new station they're building is a little overdue, but it will be well received, and it'll serve the community and the fire department very well. And if I may add this fire station is not only hosting the Division of Fire, but it is also hosting EMS, Emergency Medical Services.
Chief of the Division of Fire, Patrick Kelly, and Acting Commissioner of EMS, Nicole Carlton, spoke on the importance of this new addition for Cleveland.
This new station here, it's going to sit on about half of this site here. It's a 2.5 acre site here. We're going to occupy about half of that. It's about a 15,000 square foot facility. It's state of the art and LEEDs, which is energy and environmentally efficient. So it's going to be, certified as in efforts of sustainability. And as Larry told us, it's going to house both Engine and Ladder 36, Battalion 5, and EMS Medic 36.
Several years ago, the Division of EMS was actually invited to work with the Division of Fire in the planning of Fire Station 36. So we took our interest as well as the Division of Fire to complete the project, and finally, after many years later, we are now breaking ground. It's an exciting day for us. Not only will we run out of the same station, we actually will be able to train together out of the new station. Medic 36, which is currently out of the 4th District, once this is completed, will be relocated to this facility.
We will be showing the groundbreaking ceremony in its entirety right here on TV20. Just check our schedule for times. And soon there will be a brand new City of Cleveland 3rd District Police Station and Citywide Communication Center on Chester Avenue near East 55th Street. The $16.8 million state-of-the-art 3-story facility will include local artwork and a community room for public meetings and events. The 3rd District covers the area from the east bank of the Cuyahoga River to University Circle and Little Italy. Clerk of the Cleveland Municipal Court, Earl B. Turner, in partnership with the Word Church, hosted the first in the neighborhood event, giving Clevelanders the opportunity to wipe their records clean of traffic violations and other misdemeanors.
We started this program to help people turn their lives around because they had warrants. And what happens is so many people, they get a warrant or they get a traffic ticket and they miss their court date, and then their lives turn into a mess. And so they don't know how to change it. So I decided to bring my office, out of the Justice Center into the community, because there's so many people that are frightened to go to the Justice Center.
So Earl Turner, the clerk of court, said, let's go out into the community. So we go out into places like the Word Church, like churches, community centers, and we allow people to get on payment plans, or if they have a court date that they've missed and they have to get back into court, we can schedule them for court on the spot.
One of the event goers, Terry Paskett, spoke to us about what advice he would give someone dealing with an offense.
I need to move forward, and this small setback, this little small case that I have was setting me back, and it was in the way, so I needed to get this out the way so I can move forward. And I would like to urge, if you got a small case that's not going to bring any kind of harm or jail time to you, you need to just come and get this resolved and get it over with.
The City of Cleveland Department of Aging knows how confusing the Social Security process can be, especially for seniors and those reaching retirement age. So, Director of the Department of Aging, Jane Fumick, invited Brandon Smith, who is a public affairs specialist for the Social Security Administration, to clarify some of the most common questions and concerns we all have.
I know that there are some people, regardless of their age, that always want to come in and take care of their business. That's perfectly acceptable. But if you do have residents who do want to do things electronically on the website, maybe they go to the public library, maybe they have internet at home, you can apply for retirement benefits, you can apply for disability benefits, you can apply for Medicare on socialsecurity.gov without stepping foot in an office. A person can get fact sheets, brochures. If you don't know where your local office is, you can find it by going to our website once again, which is socialsecurity.gov, and putting in your zip code. It'll tell you which office services your area.
To learn more from Mr. Smith about the Social Security process, stay tuned to TV20. And for more information on the Department of Aging, visit city.cleveland.oh.us. When we return to the weekly news wrap-up, CMSD TV reporter Shannon Kantner will show us how local CMSD students are learning how to save lives.
This is why you took a second job. While you taught yourself how to fix the plumbing. While you'll do whatever it takes to keep your home. And that is why we want to help. We are making home affordable, a free government resource that can make paying the mortgage easier. Call 888-995-HOPE today.
Hoy, uno de cada 4 jóvenes en los Estados Unidos es hispano.
Eso significa que muchos de los futuros médicos, ingenieros, científicos y empresarios de nuestro país pueden ser tus hijos.
Todos sabemos lo difícil que es para ti enviarlos a la universidad.
Por eso queremos que sepas que no estás solo.
Y que cada día más gente te apoya para que lo logres. Muchos te apoyan y el Hispanic Scholarship Fund te ayuda a preparar, planear y pagar la universidad de tus hijos. Infórmate en hsf.net.
You never know when you might have to help save a life. It could happen at home, on the street, in a store, or even in school. And now CMSD students are ready for any situation thanks to recent CPR training with the Red Cross. Our CMSD reporter Shannon Kantner was there and shows us what it takes to get certified.
Seniors at Lincoln West are learning a very important lesson that you wouldn't normally find in the classroom, how to save lives. And what they learned is that it takes a lot more muscle than you might think.
Very good.
Senior class president Jada Hamadan is giving it all she's got after experiencing a close call.
It happened to my niece actually once, and she was choking on her food, and then my sister actually just got up and she spit out the food. So now I know if it happens, because I was kind of nervous when it happened. So now I know if it happened and her mom wasn't there, I could step in and help her out.
That's the goal of this 3-hour training led by district nurses. Students get hands-on, step-by-step instructions in CPR.
Head tilt, chin lift, and giving those 2 breaths and going right back to the chest.
They can go ahead and take this skill into their community and make an impact and a difference. Whether they go to work or college, whatever, they can take these life-saving skills and be able to use them in the future.
Hoping most won't ever have to use CPR, but if the situation arises, they're ready.
I think it's very important for them to learn how to do this. It just helps them grow up, and it's a way of helping out other people. And I think this is important. It's just not you, it's the world around you.
20, 21, 22, 23.
My mom, sister, and I gave a scholarship for health and safety to do this in the schools. We felt it was the thing to do. It's named after my father, and because he was the one that the Red Cross was his life.
Now she's helping his legacy live on, and she's impressed by the results so far. Lincoln West is the first school to receive the training.
I mean, you could just tell when it got very quiet, but they were very serious about stuff, and I thought that was really good.
They got into it, they were doing it correctly, they had great questions. I was really impressed at how mature and responsive they were.
They also learned how to use automated external defibrillators, or AEDs, which are usually kept at a central location in a school. So students left officially certified and prepared for those close calls, no matter how far away.
I feel way better because it's very useful to know and have that skill to do CPR.
The district is already working on taking this program into many other schools across the district, hoping for as many students to be trained in CPR as possible. Reporting from Lincoln West, Shannon Kantner, CMSD TV.
Thanks, Shannon. An AED is always present at CMSD athletic events. A tip for everyone out there, be aware of where AEDs are located in your child's school, your own office or workplace, and even the grocery store. When we return to the weekly news wrap-up, we'll get an update on how all of our local teams are doing with reporter Christian Patterson. Stay tuned.
Our Better Business Bureau helped us avoid losing thousands of dollars to a loan modification scam.
My BBB helped me find a mechanic I can trust.
My BBB helped our company show support for high ethical standards in the communities we serve.
My BBB helped boost my company's online presence and brought in new customers.
Find out what your BBB can do for you at www.bbb.org.
The first time you ride the RTA Rapid Downtown for the big game, you may wonder, how do I get through the turnstile? What if I do it wrong and the turnstile doesn't let me through? Then the person behind me will have to back up, and they'll know I'm an RTA rookie, and I'll make us all late. Will that somehow affect our team? Will I have set off a butterfly effect, causing us to lose the game, single-handedly blowing any chance we ever had to? Oh, I just slide my pass and walk through the turnstile, and that was easy, and I could get used to this. It's easier than you think, Cleveland. RTA, get ready to ride.
Welcome back to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. I'm Christian Patterson, and here's a look at what's going on in sports. But before I wrap up what went on in Cleveland sports this past week, I have a Cleveland sports trivia question. Prior to their 2007 win, when did the Cavs last win the Eastern Conference Championship? A, never, B, 1984, or C, 1996? Stay tuned because I have the answer to the Cleveland sports trivia question at the end of this segment. The Cleveland Cavaliers passed their first playoff test, knocking off the Boston Celtics 113-100 in front of a sold-out crowd at Quicken Loans Arena. All the talks of Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love never making the postseason officially died in Game 1. Irving roared into the postseason, leading all scorers with 30 points on 11 of 21 shooting from the field and 5 of 9 from deep. He also added 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block with just 1 turnover. Irving's performance in Game 1 against the Celtics was certainly Oscar-worthy. Love struggled to get things going early in his playoff debut, connecting on just 2 of 11 shots in the first half, but he responded in a huge way. He made all of his attempts in the second half to finish with 19 points. Love showed great determination in the post, which led to 8 attempts from the free throw line. on which he connected 7 times. Love also led the Cavs in rebounding with 12, was second with 4 assists, and registered a plus 15 rating, also a Cavs best. LeBron showed up as well, like he always does in the postseason. He finished the game with 20 points, 6 rebounds, and a team best 7 assists, displaying why he's the league's best point forward. And before game 2, I got a chance to interact with the fans outside of the queue to talk about the Cavs and their reclaim to fame in the playoffs. In the tradition of all the past Cavaliers slogans, such as Rise Up, All Together, and All for Clee, the Cavs have unveiled their new team slogan for the 2015 NBA playoffs. All In. Fans are encouraged to use the hashtag AllInClee on social media when posting about the Cavaliers during the playoffs. Crews spent several hours putting up banners with the players and the new slogan outside Quicken Loans Arena. I'm here at the queue for FanFest 2015, and as you can see, there's tons of fans out here enjoying all the activities. Now, the Cavs haven't been to the postseason in quite a while, so let's talk to some fans and see how they're feeling about the Cavs returning to the playoffs. How glad are you that the Cavs have made it back to the playoffs after 4 years of coming short?
It's a real good thing. It's real exciting. You know, it's good for Cleveland. It's good for everyone in Cleveland, and it's exciting. It's good to be here.
All right. And how are you liking this atmosphere with FanFest?
It's awesome. The weather's a little iffy, but it's awesome. I'm excited.
I'm real happy for them. It's where they belong, and I think this year they got the potential to go all the way.
It's absolutely fantastic. LeBron James is home. We're ready to bring a championship to the city of Cleveland for once. So glad the Cavs are back in the playoffs. We got it all, baby.
That shit, baby!
Let's go,
championship!
Let's go!
Yeah, baby, to the top! To the top! We're gonna do it this year! We're gonna do it! We're gonna do it this year, baby! To the top!
Now, although this happens to be Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love's first appearance in the playoffs, their performance in the first round has been nothing short of spectacular. How impressed were you with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love's playoff debut?
Oh, they came out strong. Kyrie's my boy, so.
What about Kevin Love?
Kevin Love did good too. You just got to keep it up.
Hey, always glad to see Kyrie do good. And Kevin Love, man, this is what we brought him in for, you know?
Kyrie and Kevin Love, they dogged Kevin Love all year, but I knew that he would shine in playoff time.
I thought they did a heck of a job. It was, I think everybody thought it was going to be a big transition, but I think they showed everybody. I think Kyrie's going to be the star one of these days soon.
Yeah, I think they both handled it really well. They both came out, looked a little jittery at first, but they definitely started playing well.
Despite being the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, the Cavs entered the playoffs as the favorite to win the Eastern Conference and the NBA Finals, according to sportsbooks of Las Vegas. Do you think the Cavs are a sure bet to win the Eastern Conference?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're going to knock out Chicago, and we're going to beat Atlanta, and we're going to coast our way to the finals, for sure.
Okay, and who will be their biggest competition in the East this year?
I think Chicago will be. That's our toughest test because they got a big 4 going, but I think we'll outdo them. I think we'll beat them in 6.
All right. And what are the chances the Cavs will win the NBA Finals this year?
I think we got a pretty good shot.
All right. Go Cavs.
Go Cavs.
They're taking it all the way, baby.
All right, and who do you think will be our biggest competition in the Eastern Conference?
Chicago.
All right, why?
I don't know, they just seem to be they just sparked at the right time, you know, like they're firing on all cylinders, and I think they're gunning for the Cavs too.
So, all right, and what are the chances that the Cavs will win an NBA Finals this year?
98% chance.
All right. Go Cavs.
Go Cavs.
Well, I will say Chicago, but that's an if. But that's a big if. But for sure, Atlanta is, you know, face up to them because they've been #1 all season. They're a tough team. They got their chemistry.
All right. And what are the chances that the Cavs will win an NBA Finals this year?
I say it is about 70%. I'll say 70%. Okay, you know, Golden State get that far. That's not gonna be so easy.
All right. Go Cavs.
All in, baby.
I think we'll definitely win as long as we stay focused and as long as we try our best and really think about all our fans out there and how much you love us personally.
All right, go Cavs.
Go Cavs!
The Cleveland Cavaliers organization has invested so much into the overall fan experience. FanFest has been a huge hit with the fans, and it makes for an awesome pregame activity for all ages. Although the Boston Celtics are a huge underdog in this series, they put up quite a battle. The Cavaliers ended up winning this game and remained perfect at home so far in the playoffs. The NBA Finals are a little more than a month away. We'll follow the Cavs closely to see if they have what it takes to bring Cleveland its first ever championship. Reporting from Quicken Loans Arena, I'm Christian Patterson for TV20. We are Cleveland. With the surprise run to the playoffs in 2013 and a determined second half push last season, the Cleveland Indians entered the 2015 campaign with more hype and higher expectations than they faced in years. Starting pitching was supposed to be the team's biggest strength, yet it ranked 17th as of last week. Offensively, no one with more than 30 plate appearances is hitting over 250. Getting MVP candidate Michael Brantley back in left field on an everyday basis after he missed time early with a bad back will help, but the entire team needs to pick up the pace. The 2014 season was Cleveland Browns' best season since 2007, as they posted a 7-9 record. But they will look to improve upon that in 2015 against a schedule that could prove to be quite favorable. Cleveland made some strides during its first season under head coach Mike Pettin. The Browns have something to build upon this year, and their schedule doesn't necessarily look overly demanding on paper. With that said, here's the full rundown of the Browns' 2015 schedule. And before we end this segment, as promised, I have the answer to today's Cleveland sports trivia question. The answer is A, never. The first time the Cavs have ever clinched the Eastern Conference was in 2007, led by LeBron James himself. Well, that's all I have for your TV20 Weekly Sports Wrap-Up. When we return from break, we'll have more with Leah.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Social hosting is when you provide a place where teens can drink alcohol, and so you don't actually have to furnish the alcohol, and you don't even have to be there. But if you're allowing that to occur by being negligent, that's social hosting. Me being a parent myself of teenagers right now, I would think it would be totally unacceptable for another parent to provide alcohol for my child or to give them a place to drink alcohol. I just think that's totally irresponsible. They may think that they're allowing this safe environment, but eventually they're going to go to bed, or they're not going to be guarding kids all night long. Really, what we're after is better decision making so that we don't have to be out there arresting people and charging people with crimes. We want to keep our communities safe, so remember this: parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
Welcome back to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. A lot has happened in Cleveland over the last few weeks, and here's a few top stories in case you missed it. Medicare is a type of health insurance for those over the age of 65, but there are a few different kinds of Medicare, which can make things confusing to those who are unfamiliar with the process. To make things a little easier, the Ohio Department of Insurance, in conjunction with the Department of Aging, hosted the Welcome to Medicare event at the Cleveland Food Bank to help educate and inform seniors on the different Medicare options that are available.
When you are approaching 65, you become very popular, right? You guys get a lot of mail. You're going to get so much marketing mail that you're not even going to know what to do with it. And a lot of it really is just junk mail. It's just marketing. So we want to educate you on what agents are not allowed to do. And that's what you see up front here. That's what is in your packet. Just knowing how to protect yourself.
The Department of Housing and Urban Development recently recognized Cleveland as one of 9 cities to get the Jobs Plus grant, a grant that will help increase employment right here in Cleveland. Mayor Frank Jackson and other city leaders gathered at Althaway Community Center for the big announcement.
We measure a great city by what we do for the least of us, not in terms of welfare and charity, but in terms of how do we ensure that everyone is able to participate in the quality of life and prosperity that we create. And this grant and this program will help us to be considered not only in a way of helping people be better off, but ensuring that we're a great city because we are helping those who are the least of us, again, not in terms of welfare and charity, but incorporating people into all the opportunities that we have available.
We're making this investment because the Cuyahoga Metropolitan Housing Authority has a track record for delivering results and a commitment to creating opportunities for its residents. Today's Jobs Plus announcement will create sustained and desired transformational change for public housing residents in the central neighborhood in Cleveland, targeting 2 public housing communities, Althaway and Carver Park.
This is a $3 million program, an opportunity for job placement, job development for residents of Althaway and Carver Park Estates and CMHA. It's a wonderful opportunity. It'll give people a chance to create pathways to success and prosperity for themselves and their families.
EarthFest is Ohio's largest environmental education event and also happens to be the longest-running Earth Day celebration in the nation, thanks to the Earth Day Coalition. It is also in partnership with Mayor Frank Jackson's Sustainable Cleveland 2019 initiative. So this year, EarthFest helps celebrate the Year of Clean Water with workshops devoted to promoting the ways we can conserve, protect, and restore our most valuable water resource, Lake Erie. Mayor Jackson spoke at the event, thanking everyone for their involvement in both EarthFest and with Sustainable Cleveland. Chief of Sustainability, Janina McGowan, gave great tips on how you can do your part at home and at work, like kicking the plastic water bottle habit, which will benefit both the environment and your bank account. To find out more about the Year of Clean Water and other tips on how you can help the community, visit sustainablecleveland.org, and to learn more about EarthFest, visit earthdaycoalition.org. The Case Western Reserve University student-run free clinic recently had their first annual Break Out the Bubble 5K run and 1-mile walk. The walk was put on to raise money for the student-ran clinic, which is dedicated to providing high-quality, compassionate health care to underserved populations within the greater Cleveland community.
The whole purpose of the Break Out of the Bubble run, we're kind of trying to break out of the bubble of kind of the Case community and get out into the greater Cleveland area community. And also we're bridging the gap between the city of Cleveland and the city of Cleveland Heights. And we work a lot with obviously like underserved populations in the city of Cleveland. And we're kind of trying to bridge that gap. There are a lot of health disparities between people living in the city of Cleveland and people living in the city of Cleveland Heights. And there's a big gap there, so we're kind of trying to help bridge that gap between those two communities.
Millions of people around the world run regularly to keep themselves fit. Most kinds of physical exercise are beneficial for remaining healthy, but a lot of people prefer running over other forms of physical exercise. Running is free and accessible to all who want to practice it. Some runners choose to run for the adrenaline, and others choose it for the health benefits.
Okay, and are you an avid runner yourself?
Yes, I am. I try to run every weekend in a race.
Okay, so just talk about the health aspect and, you know, what makes you want to get out and run pretty often?
Well, I'm old, so I have to stay in shape, or try to anyway, and it's a great way to do it.
We actually have a family 1-mile walk that happens right before the 5K, so kids,
parents, grandparents. We really encourage them to come out and just, have a good time exercising. We're out here in t-shirts and sunglasses. We're having a good time. It's the first time in 6 months that we could do that. So enjoying the outdoors, getting people out here and getting people together.
My daughter Mackenzie is getting really into doing runs, and so we thought it would be a fun race to do together as a family.
So how did you have fun today out here?
Mhm.
All right, so you got first place in your division. How did that make you feel?
Good.
Right. And what about you, sir?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I thought it was a great event. They had bubbles at various points throughout the race and kept everyone motivated and interested in the race, so it was a lot of fun.
We love to do things together as a family to stay active. So we ride bikes together and we go on runs together. We go play at the park. So we really think it's important to stay active.
Whether you have taken up running to lose weight, to improve fitness, to relieve stress, to compete, or just to kill time, you'll find that the benefits are tremendous.
You can find us online at srfc.case.edu. There's lots of information on there about who we are, what we do, our clinic days, things like that. There are pages for upcoming events. This is obviously an annual event, but there are lots of other events that we do, different health outreach events, really trying to promote health awareness in the community and things like that. So if you're interested in kind of getting involved or learning more about the Student Run Free Clinic, feel free to go to our Facebook page or to our website.
As part of the 3rd annual At-Home Neighborhood Residency Program, the Cleveland Orchestra has been performing at multiple churches throughout the Slavic Village community. The residency spans the months of April and May and includes free performances and activities by the orchestra and youth ensembles. The most recent event was held at Our Lady of Lourdes Church, which greatly touched their head pastor.
About a year ago, I heard that the Cleveland Orchestra had selected this neighborhood, the Broadway Slavic Village neighborhood, for its residency this year. I felt a similar surge of emotion and pride. It is so admirable that such a highly revered and world-renowned institution would look to its neighbors very close.
The event not only included beautiful performances, but also a proclamation was given by Ward 12 Councilman Anthony Brancatelli to a member of the residency program for all of his hard work and dedication. For more information on the other performances being held, you can visit clevelandorchestra.com for updates. The City of Cleveland Division of Animal Care and Control helps to rescue thousands of dogs every year in hopes to find new homes for these lovable and loyal pets. We went to the Cleveland Kennel to learn more about how the dogs end up there, how you can adopt one, volunteer at the kennel, and the new programs they offer.
The Cleveland Kennel, there's a lot of things going on with the Cleveland Kennel. This building was built in 1977. Really, it was just built to hold dogs for a couple of days to try to find their owners. We're utilizing this kennel a lot differently now, and dogs are being held much longer. And dogs that we're not able to locate an owner, we're making a big push to get them adopted or transferred off to another agency. About 93% of the dogs come in as strays. Then we have a percentage that owners surrender to us, and then the other percentage are dogs that we have to take for a violation of some type of city ordinance. One of the biggest reasons that more animals are starting to be able to leave out of here were because of the dedicated volunteers that we have. We're really trying to hone that in and get that as more policies and procedures in place with that, because we have so many people that want to help, and we're trying to streamline that, because without the volunteers that we have, there's absolutely no way we'd be able to get as many animals out of here as we do. And one of our big things we're really looking at is enriching the lives of the animals while they're in our care. And I'm sure as you go around, you'll see we've got a number of them walking dogs right now. They walk dogs. We have volunteers help with the meetings when it comes to adoptions, and it's really endless the number of things that the volunteers do for us. Cleveland Kennel is different than the Cleveland Animal Protective League, and as well as the Cuyahoga County Animal Shelter. We meet on a regular basis. We're working to find regional answers together, although we all have slightly different missions. As the Animal Care and Control Division, our #1 priority is ensuring public safety and enforcing city laws. Then closely right after that, obviously, is to try to find good outcomes for the animals. Where the Animal Protective League's #1 job is the humane care of animals. They are they're our second largest transfer partner. And then the Cuyahoga County Shelter, they're an animal control division as well, and also have great adoption protocols in place, but they're an animal control but handles for the whole county. The Cleveland Kennel, I think that one of the misperceptions in the dog catcher of old is that
just can't wait to catch dogs and you just want to round them up. That's really not the case. We have a public safety duty and obligation, which obviously is our main mission. But we changed our uniforms, we changed our logo. We're trying to show we are very approachable. We want to help you to be a good pet owner so that makes you be a good neighbor as well to your community. And that we're really here to help you. We're a resource. We're not something that you should be scared of or not approachable. We want you to contact us. If you have questions or you need help, we want you to contact us and we can see if we can get you help for your animal.
Special programs to help raise money and awareness for the kennel and showcase the dogs that are available have become two key factors in helping find a home for the furry friends in need.
Friends of the Cleveland Kennel are single-handedly one of the most important groups that help our kennel. They provide over $50,000 annually towards our operations. The biggest push is for advanced medical care that exceeds what the city is able to provide. But when I took this job last June, I saw very quickly that there was a wrongful perception of the division in the kennel. And at the end of the day, I just realized that we were left with a lot of bully breed dogs. We got a lot of other ones got out very, very quickly to the APL and the county and other rescue groups. So I enlisted some people, and the number one person, her name is Timmy Sullivan. She's been with Rescue Village. She started Pet Fix. She's a member of Best Friends board. And I really just asked her for help, and I said, how do I embrace this? Instead of running and pretending like we don't have a lot of bully breeds, I said, how can we embrace it? And that's where City Dogs ultimately came up with. And at the end of the day, we're trying to embrace this breed that are the wonderful, great companions that they are. And really just trying to put a new face on all the good things that are happening here. What we do is we ask some questions to try to find a good fit for a dog for you. And then we would ultimately set up a meeting where you could come in. If you have a dog already, you need to bring your dog in to meet the dog that you potentially want to adopt. If you don't have a dog, obviously you don't have to do that. And we ask that any children come with you as well too, just to try to make sure it's a good fit. You can also see all of our available dogs, and we always have over between 40 and 60 available dogs at www.pettango.com/CACC, and all of our available dogs and information about them can be seen there. With the big City Dog push, we have a lot more people that are just coming in, and we do welcome that. Always making sure we have enough personnel here to handle it. Sometimes that gets a little bit tough, but I don't want anybody, if your only way is just to show up, we want you to come down. But if you are able to send an email, then that obviously just makes us make sure that we have enough personnel here to help you when you get in.
The kennel is now open on Sundays from noon till 2, so you have all week to make your appointment at the Cleveland Kennel. The email again is city.cleveland.oh.us. That's all for your TV20 Weekly News Wrap-Up, where you get the whole story. I'm Leah Haslage. Thanks for watching. And stay tuned for the bottom line up front with City of Cleveland's Media Relations Director, Dan Williams.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.